Hi. Nothing like starting off the show with a good old snort. I don't know where the fuck it came from. I think it's as you get older, snorts sort of crawl into your laughter, if you will. I don't know. Oh, Wade. Good old Wade. It's never a dull moment with that feller. He says, let me hit tweet there so everybody knows we're live. We are live. It's Bondzee Live on Tripping with Bondzee on YouTube and the Dean Blundell Network. How the hell are you? Happy hump day. It's Bondzee. It's me. My dog just burped out loud like a human. Good for you about it. That was a good one. I heard it all the way over here. He's staring out the window incessantly and wants to go over to the neighbors, as always, as soon as I hit live. Sitting here watching the Leafs game. Leafs Habs 1-1 after 2, I think it is, right, Glassy? 2, yeah, after 2 or in the second. Somewhere there. It's on. Trying to do both or all three. Welcome, though. Thanks for watching. We were like literally... Wade says we need to get Bondzee a fucking digital clock. But, dude, literally it was like what? It was 6:00 and then maybe 48. I don't know what kind of clocks you got up in Edmonton, bro, but I don't think I was that late. Dean's 10 minutes late, like every show. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Seeing I'm Dean Jr., as he called me again today. I could smack him when he says that. Anyways, Gwen says fashionably late again. That's how I roll. It's like 1 minute. Just a little tease. Oh my God. Where is he? When's he coming on? Is he here yet? It's funny because it's just old Bondzee. Stupid Canadian kid. Sold his house, sold everything he owns, and bought a bus. Been traveling for the side of 7 months now. Having a great time, too. Still in the desert. Really do. Love it here. We're leaving soon. I said that before. But demo reel. Finito. What a grind that was. I'm not a big fan of watching my stuff back, especially listening to me. Can't stand me. It's not true, but it's just not one of my favorite things to do. And to watch incessant hours of yourself just, I've already done it. I've lived it. I want to hear it again. Crazy amount of hours that I put into, let me fix the set here. I need my green screen back. I miss my green screen. The cardboard just got too buggered. I had to throw it out. So we'll get a new one soon. Promise. Sucks not having a vehicle. Anyways, what was I saying? I don't even remember. Shit. I do that to myself all the time. Glassy, what the hell was I talking about? It was important. I know.
Green screen.
No, my demo tape. So listen, it's just not my jam to do that. But I put in a ton of time. I made sure it was the best that I physically and personally could do. Because I know as soon as I before I send it, I got to send it to my manager, and he's a tough mofo. And like I send him my cover letter for this particular gig I'm applying for. I sent him the resume with all polished up and nice, and I sat here and worked for hours on it, and he was just like, take this out, do this. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, this guy's hardcore. Anyways, did this demo tape, put so much time and effort into it, loved it. I loved it, but again, it was me. I didn't really know. I've never made one. Sent it to him, instantaneously sends back after it's only 2 minutes long. Bondzee, 10 out of 10, nailed it, love it, send it. So I did today. It was pretty gratifying to finally send that out. Something I put so much hard work and effort into doing, and didn't like doing it. It's not my jam. Oh, here we go. I got to turn the volume down on my phone. Sorry, rookie mistake. George said going to DM you some pics from Colombia. Yeah, please do. Joe Q Public says, is your skullet on your demo tape? No. Well, yes and no, I guess. There is parts of the demo tape that have my hat on because I never went without a hat. So nobody really got to see the skullet in full effect. You know what I mean? Joe Q Public. But yeah, it was gratifying to get it out today. We'll see what happens. If I get the job, I don't even care. I kind of do. It'd be nice. Be a cool thing for me, Mom. And it'd be cool to go back to the Hamilton, the 905 region, if you will. But we'll see what happens. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not a big deal. Now that I have that demo tape done and completed, I can get myself an agent in LA, which is the next step. And also, we will be polishing off the other demo reel, which is voice only and not just this pretty face, which is probably a good thing. We'll just go with the voice. Though ever since I shaved my head like a cue ball a couple weeks ago, the ladies have been texting me like crazy. Crazy. True story. Toot toot Bondzee. Well, listen, it's been a lonely 7 months on this bus, folks. Believe me, okay? It's enough already. So by the time I got some pension around. Wow, we really, producers? Really? Guys, if only I paid them, then I could fire them. It's pretty tough to fire somebody when you don't pay them. All right, folks. Great show for you tonight. She's coming up shortly. I can see her in the background. Can't wait to speak to her. It's Rosalind Smye. She's a marathoner. And she's also a kindergarten teacher, which scares the hell out of me. I've got so many one-liners that I think I'd rather go to prison and do some time than be a kindergarten teacher. True story. I don't really want to go to prison, but I don't know how it's like. It's almost the same thing. So we'll ask her all about it too. I'm dying to know what drives a human being to be a kindergarten teacher. What else? We'll talk some NHL started tonight. The Leafs, like I said, 1-1 after 2. We're also talking some quick baseball, some great games going on in the playoffs. The loser Landry, the hunt continues for that clown. He's dead. He's got to be dead. But we'll talk about some funny theories that are going around, including he's living under his parents' flower bed in the backyard. Some people swear they seen a hand come out of the ground, out of the dirt. It's crazy. Drone footage. And people, it's not like they make up. Like if they want to believe it, that they saw it, you can't convince them any different. Anyways, we'll get to that too. The Glorious Sons are opening for the Rolling Stones about an hour and a half from here, 2 hours away. And Bondzee is going to go, I think. Was hoping to get press passes. Crash and burned on that today. Reached out to management yesterday. A friend of mine did, Peter Debris. Love that guy. Thank you. He got me the publicist's email. Talked to her today. She's like, can't do it. COVID, California, the one-on-ones stuff's not going to fly right now. So, but they definitely promised something down the road. So I look forward to sitting down one day soon, later, coming up with the Glorious Sons. Be a cool little exclusive for y'all. All right, let's get to. She's waiting so patiently. I'll fly to my notes here. Without further ado, here's the lovely Rosalind Smye. Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you? Oh my goodness.
It's been a hot minute.
Haven't seen you since the 90s.
Graduation. Yeah. It's probably since graduation.
And where are you living now? You're in California?
I am in California, so I'm not living here. I've been on a bus for 7 months. I sold my house and everything I own, and I bought this wonderful Prevost bus here. And we've been traveling around the USA, me and my dog, for 7 months now. We've been 8 states and a lot of miles. And so we're bunkered down in Cali for a bit now. I'm trying to make it here. I've been working on my demo tape. We've been doing the show on the road for a while. And, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Nice. I saw you at Holly McKeon.
Yes, lovely. Yeah. Same thing. I haven't seen her since graduation day either, and she's doing so well and killing it in Toronto. So, and is that where you are now, or are you still
I'm in
Hamilton?
Toronto too.
You're Toronto too. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought so. Too. That's cool.
My family's still back in the Hammer, and
so, what took you to Toronto?
Well, first of all, is my microphone okay and everything?
Yeah, no, you sound great. Yep.
Okay. Nothing. A job.
Yeah.
That's it. I went to school in McGill and taught there a little bit, but it was hard to get a job. I mean, I speak French, but my French wasn't Quebec caliber, so I came here and.
Was that something you aspired to stay up there in that area and work?
No, I like Toronto. I just like big cities, whatever. I really love Montreal, and I love. I mean, Hamilton was pretty small.
Yeah, it has grown since we went to high school, though. Like quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's a huge.
Now, do you still run? I remember you ran in high school.
I did, and we're going to get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But so you went to McGill. What did you major in there? Like what?
Education.
Yeah. So you always knew you wanted to be a teacher, right?
Yep. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no other aspirations. I like kids. I'm very immature myself, so it's a good fit. So
So
I've
have you?
taught, yeah, kindergarten and phys ed. That's all
So
I've done.
kindergarten we're gonna get into because I'm fascinated by this. It terrifies me.
Now you have kids.
I do. I have two boys, but I mean they're men now. Or they're 23 and 19. So
What?
yeah, they're not so much kids
How
anymore.
old were you
Yeah,
when you had kids? Were you like
I got
like
married at 23 years old, and I had my first son at 24 a year later,
oh.
and then my second son at 28. Yeah, there's Brad. That's my youngest.
Okay, so what are you doing now? You're just sharing a screen.
That's my producer's doing that. So that was my son.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
see. Okay.
yeah. We're fancy here. I got a
I know.
producer and
I was like,
everything.
you were asking me like to share. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a kindergarten teacher. That's beyond me.
So walk me through this. Like how? Like really? At kindergarten? Doesn't that? It scares the bejesus out of me. How do you do it, Rosalind?
Well, I don't know how to answer that. I don't know how you do what you do. I would be terrified to be in public speaking.
Yeah.
That kind of terrifies me. I mean, if I'm public speaking, I like it to be 5-year-olds. I love it. They're very, very cute. You know, every year I get a new cast of characters, and
That's
they're
probably the perfect title. Cast of characters.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, they love you. You're like, I'm like a rock star. I mean, the grade ones, they're always like, Madame Morton, Madame Morton. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
it feels good. I feel like you're smoking. I feel like I should have my beer right now. I wish I did.
Yeah, you're welcome to have a beer. I'm just having
I
my little stizzy stick here.
yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't
I
like
didn't. Normally, I'm in my pajama. Like, what time is it now where you are?
it's only 6:13.
Oh yeah, okay. So normally I'm
Yeah,
in my pajamas by this time because it's 9:13 here, and
yeah,
I'm a marathon runner. I get up at 5, and so I like put on my Boston shirt, but I'm wearing pajama bottoms.
nice. So
Yeah,
do you run like is this religiously every day,
yeah.
7 days a week, 5 a.m. You go run?
Well, it's not 5 a.m. all the time, but yeah, quite often. So yeah, I mean, you probably remember in high school I ran, and
Yeah, of course.
that was my thing, and I went to McGill with the hopes of competing at the varsity level and had a really good start. But in the 90s, the rave scene was very, very fun in Montreal, and I got kind of had to make a choice.
Right.
So I left running in my 20s to have a good time, which kind of I feel kind of saved my body a little bit because some of my people who I competed with in OFSA when I was younger, they went off and ran their butts off in their 20s, and some of them have a lot of injuries and or just mentally burnt out, right? So I kind of had that. I came back to running competitively in my 30s after I had kids.
Okay. And
So
well, and
yeah,
that leads to Aaron because I was going to talk about we did run in high school together
we did. Yes,
on
I
the cross country
remember.
team. I don't know if you remember, but
Mr.
I was always
Hager.
yeah, and boy, oh boy, did I piss him
So
off a couple times. I don't know if you remember this, but I
just a
was always
second. I'm so sorry, B. I can't talk right now. My daughter is interrupting.
it's okay.
I'm on a screen right now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ignore that.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, she's just gonna come say hello. B,
Sure.
I'm talking to a friend from high school, and I'm on a screen right now, and other
Hi, how
people
are
can
you?
see too. She B,
Lots of
okay.
people.
Yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow, so she's very
Oh,
excited,
nice, happy
and
birthday.
she's the kind of person who doesn't take no for an answer when I say that I'm busy. She has to
Clearly.
see it for herself. So now you know what I'm dealing with.
Uh,
Yeah, very.
so
Yeah, so I have a boy and a girl.
nice. So we were running in high school, and I don't know
Yep.
if you remember, but I was a bit of a I wasn't Hager loved me, but I was that kid that didn't always follow the rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Eh,
Well, you were. I remember you as I got the fun guy on the team. You weren't really super serious about running, but you were there.
Yeah,
Um,
I was there to get out of school early all the time. I did me and running have always had a love-hate relationship, if you will, Roz. It's one of those things I love to do once I continuously do it and get in a groove. If I stop and I don't do it for a while, it's like kind of like not
Oh,
running?
it feels terrible. Like, well, I remember that once like it's an addiction, right? Like
It
you
is.
once you're in it, it feels good when you're in it, but when you lose it, it's very hard to get back in it. Doesn't feel so natural. I know after having my kids, when I came back, it hurt, and then I was like, I could understand why people hated running because
Yeah.
it feels terrible. But you know what I mean? If you do it regularly, it doesn't hurt so much, and it gets into that, and you get the good feelings from it.
Yeah, and so you were really good at running is what I remember from high school, and I'm
Okay.
surprised. And now, because I wrote down, did you have the aspirations to be an Olympic athlete in running? Because you were that good and stuff, but now I know the answer. Rave won over
Yeah.
medals.
Well, you know what though? It was kind of, I mean, I had a really good year in grade 10 and I got 4 OFSA medals that year. And I remember I was young and I wasn't ready to go to universities, but I did get, Mr. Hager was showing me that there was like UCLA had interest in me. And I thought, oh, I'm for sure going to go to the States on scholarship. But
Yeah.
funnily and oddly enough, my running did not get better after grade 10. I kind of plateaued. And so that was kind of demotivating a little bit for me.
Yeah.
But and of course, though, when I went to university, I mean, I never, yeah, my fastest was very young. So I kind of later on, I found out that running longer distances was maybe more my thing. So back then, I was just doing like 1500s and
Yeah.
5K. 5K was the longest I would do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that was my jam for the longest time. I could not get past the 5 kilometer mark. And
I know it seems so crazy. Yeah.
and it wasn't a physical thing where I was like, oh, huffing and puffing and dying. It was up here. I was just like, I'm so fucking bored from running. And
I would rather run a marathon than a 5K. They hurt.
Yeah, they're crazy. I
Well,
don't know.
now like that I've done them, you basically you never get a moment to take a breath. You're redlining the whole way if you're racing a 5K.
Yeah.
At least at a marathon, you have some time to sort of look around. And
so I have so many questions. You're a kindergarten teacher. I gotta go. I'm gonna
okay, back to the kindergarten. I know
because
I'm not good at, I'm not. Yeah. Okay, go on. Yeah.
well, because we all have the resident class clown. I was that kid growing up
Oh
from
God,
kindergarten all the way right through high school. I was always had to be on. It was fun, Bondzee. But I'm sure you
I can't imagine you as a little boy. You must have been, because I know what you were like in high school.
Yeah. Your imagination is correct, and times that probably by another 1,000.
And now you finally have a microphone and
yeah, look at me go.
Your own show.
It's all I needed the whole time.
Yeah.
Just, if you would have put a microphone and camera in front of me my whole time, I would have been fine. Would have been a great kid. But then, so you must have your class clowns in kindergarten and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Little special characters, we'll call them. And we have one on the show, believe it or not. And his name's Wade. And Wade has a question. Rosalind,
Okay.
if Bondzee was in your kindergarten class, would you A, become a raging alcoholic, or B, hang yourself from the rafters in the gymnasium?
Well, I wouldn't hang myself. That's too dramatic.
It is.
But I did have a class once that my EC and we couldn't control. And I did drink a lot that year. And it was really, it was really unreal. Like I remember we went on a field trip, and it was like just a walking tour down the neighborhood, and I had these kids with us, and I don't know what we were thinking. It was like it wasn't like a field trip where we went far. We were allowed to do walking tours in the neighborhood, so we didn't have any parent volunteers. But we had this crazy class, and we had to walk like 3 blocks, and we had a kid run into the road. We had a kid climb up a street sign. A kid knocked over someone's fence. And then finally another child in my class picked up roadkill. And I was like, you know what? We're going back to the school. I can't go anywhere with you people. You're terrible. And we have a kid this year who, not in my class, but my class is conjoined with the other one, but this kid who didn't want to eat his pear or I don't even know what his motivation was actually. Like, it's hard to get in the mind of a 4-year-old sometimes. He threw his pear in the toilet, and then, but it was dirty toilet, and then got in trouble for it. So he took it out, and then he ate it. Like, he thought that maybe he was in trouble for not eating it. We were like, no, you're in trouble, like, for clogging the toilet and doing like there's so many things wrong with that, but yeah, he ate it, and we were like, oh my God, why?
Well, if you need help,
kindergarten kids are like that. They're funny and they're gross sometimes.
I bet it is a trip every day, and it must be pretty wild. If you do need help communicating with 4-year-olds, Wade's always available. He's about on the same wavelength. Jokes aside, did you have to teach the kids during the pandemic and stuff over the Zoomy stuff? Even kindergarten kids?
Oh yeah, it wasn't pretty. Well, I was, I'm not comfortable being on camera in front of adults, really. So that was.
So you
I knew the parent. Well, I don't mind. I'm shy about this kind of stuff, but the parents were always watching me, and I remember there was this one time where my ECE and I were trying to sing a song, and we couldn't find the tune. And we just started laughing, and I just thought, oh my God, this is like the worst TV show ever. And parents are like, this is what education is. So just like I could see myself on camera, and I just looked. It was just so weird, such a loser. And we like wore costumes and stuff and tried to keep them engaged, but it really isn't age appropriate or best practice for a 5-year-old to be sitting in front of a screen for 3 hours.
Right. And it must have been so tough on you for somebody who's not comfortable being on camera. And again, it's not just that the kids are there.
Yeah.
The parents are there watching you. So
I know. So it was.
You're being judged so much more.
Totally being judged. Yeah.
Damn.
But I really didn't like it. And I drank a lot.
I bet. I would have to be not shit-faced, but I would have to. There would be no coffee in the mug. It would be alcohol.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some teachers did do that.
Would have had to. Okay, let's get back to running. So you take some time off. You answer my question with that, and so now you get back. Well, I had one more question. Where did your passion for running ever come from? Because you did start at a young age, and you're really good at it. Was it from your parents? Did they run?
It was me and Alexa.
Oh, there's cool.
My dad was a marathon runner.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. I have an idol that I've always sort of been obsessed with. You might have heard of Tom Longboat.
Can't say I have.
He's an Indigenous runner, and he's kind of my actually for the. Oh, I wish I had it. It's just like for the Boston Marathon, I opened the very first page when they give you like a magazine when you run the race, like with all the big players in the race, but they always do a throwback to somebody in history. And I thought it was a good omen when I opened it up, and my idol, Tom Longboat, was first page. Yeah. So he was an Indigenous runner, and it's kind of cool. I remember my dad telling me about him, and there was a track club named after him in Toronto, and there was a race in Toronto. So it was my first 5K that I ever did was the Tom Longboat, the Tom Longboat 5K. I don't know. I don't really. Actually, I could tell you. Yes, there he is.
There it is. There's my boy. That's a producer for you right there. Look
Yeah. So that guy ran away from residential school on foot to become the champion of the world, and he won the Boston Marathon and beat everyone by 3 minutes, which was a lot, and he was the fastest marathon runner in the world. And I remember my dad telling me this story in World War. Here he is. In World War One, I think he was what do you call it? A dispatch runner, and he was leading a general through the trenches, and the general apparently said, "Not so fast. Who do you think I am, Tom Longboat?" And he turned around and said, "No, sir, that's me." And because he was world famous at the time, but because he was Indigenous, a lot of people don't know about him. Even if you Google like the best athletes of all time in Canada, his name often doesn't come up. His real name's Kawaji. Yeah. So anyways, that was my dad told me the story of him, and I loved it. And also was a Terry Fox thing too.
Yeah.
Did you go to Earl Kitchener as well? Were we in elementary school together?
No, okay. I went to Dalewood.
Okay. Yes. So so my dad when he was training for marathons, I would bike alongside him. And so that was part of it. But I remember we did a Terry Fox run at Earl Kitchener, and I was in grade 5, I guess. And I was like just a skinny kid. And you may have known some of the girls I grew up with were super tall and athletic and incredible. And I was tiny and I had very average in school, and they were like straight A students. And it was a Terry Fox race. And I remember I came first. Craig Lemaire beat me. Do you remember Craig?
Oh, I know Craig Lemaire.
Yeah, Craig Lemaire beat me, but he was the only one in the school who beat me. And I remember thinking like, oh, I can run like my dad. So yeah, it wasn't really and we were in Ryerson together. No, nope. You were Dalewood all the way. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't really till middle school that I got into it.
Okay.
But it just sort of calibrates my life, and I like to party. So
yeah,
I find it without the running, that can get carried away too. So it's good for me to have a race. Like before a race, I won't drink for like a month.
Really? Eh? Wow. Yeah. That long. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I can only do it for a race. I've tried to do it for other reasons. I'm not able.
It's funny.
I'm like, do it for your health. Do it for something. I'm like, no, I can only do it for a race.
No. Did you grow up running with Nicole Stevenson the whole time and stuff?
I did.
Amazing runner.
Yeah. She's a different category altogether. Yeah. So she was my training partner. And by training partner, I mean that like we warmed up together.
Okay.
But we started
she could run like the fucking wind.
Well, she was the best in Canada for many years.
Yeah.
And not in her age group, in Canada, period. So we're in a different class, but we did do some training together. She was at my wedding, actually.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah, geez, that's a name I haven't brought up or thought of in a long time, but just talking about running, and Nicole Stevenson came to mind. So that's really cool.
Yeah, she lives in Montreal now, and she's I don't know if she's married to her, but she has a partner.
Yeah.
And I don't think they have any kids, but I know that they have cats.
Cool.
Yeah. And Avery, I think he lives.
Yeah, he was another amazing runner. Her brother.
Yeah, we had Jason Bunston too.
Bunston was unreal. Yeah. That guy, like, wow.
And also there's Reed Colset. Did you know who he is?
No,
so Reed Colset is now one of the best runners in Canada. But he went to Westdale as well. He's a few years younger than us, though.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My brothers might know him, especially my younger brother.
They would me, probably, yeah.
He would for sure, but doesn't ring a bell. But we got to jump back because Kelby has a question
weirdest question.
Yeah, so I have to ask because I want to know.
Oh, let me think.
There must be so many. Like the kids. Well, it's just like that show. Kids say the darndest things every day. You probably like. It's water off a duck's back
really
to you, right?
They do, and I can't think of one right now.
Maybe it'll come to you.
It might, yeah. Like they do ask weird questions. Oh man, I suck. I can't remember.
It's okay. Well, let's get to the Boston Marathon. So, is this the biggest marathon you've ever done?
No. Well,
you've done New York City.
I've done New York. Yeah,
wow.
I've done New York. I've done Chicago. And done Boston before too. Yeah, so actually my goal is to do the 6 world majors. So they're the 6 biggest marathons.
Hawaii, have you done that?
No. But I'm going to do Berlin next, and then hopefully London, and then Tokyo, and then I don't know what. Maybe I'll just be too old. I don't know. But
well, I don't know. I've seen some marathon runners and stuff. I did 2 half marathons.
Really? Which ones did you do? Oh, that's a good way to work out the divorce.
Yeah, it really was. It was my therapy. Well,
it is. Running is therapy. It's mine too.
Yeah, two crazy things happened to me within 3 years. I watched a 22-year-old kid get hit and killed by a train. I could talk about it now. I wasn't able to for about 7 years. And that fucked me up big time.
Yeah.
And running was my therapy, even though I didn't really know. I thought I was fine. I was like, oh yeah, I just threw it away, but it never went away. It was like way back there, and it just kept creeping forward and forward and forward. Anyways, running really did help. And then getting a divorce sucks. And so I would run like Forrest Gump, and I just went. It was 5K every single day. And I remember speaking to Becky Von Hessert.
I remember her, yes.
Of all people, and then I guess she was running too, and I was like, we were talking about running, and I was like, how do I get over the 5K hump? And she's like, I know you're just bored, and she's like, and I play great playlists, but she's like, just keep going, just keep going. You know, mentally you can, and so I did. And then it was 7, and then it was 10, and then I was doing.
And it's fun to keep breaking your own personal best.
Well, it felt great, of course, like every day. And then so you'd run, you'd break those records for, personal records of running so many hours in a week, so far in a week, and then
Mhm.
so many days in a month. And it was like crack for me. I was just like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then so I did the Mississauga Marathon, half
Mhm.
marathon, and I
Oh, I like
did,
that course. I've done that one.
yeah, and Hazel May shot us all off. She was like
And it's
106 at the
pretty. A
time.
lot of people don't realize how pretty that course is. You go by some beautiful homes down by the water in that
You
course.
really do towards the end of the course,
Mhm.
right? I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was nice. I had my family at the finish line and stuff, so that was pretty cool. But that was the first one I did was the Barrie
Oh,
marathon, the waterfront one.
was it nice?
It was awesome, actually. And it's funny because I ran two of them, and my training times were nothing like my actual race time, and I'd never really raced before, so I didn't know what to expect. But I ran like the wind in these races, and
Yeah, isn't that amazing how in a race you can pull out something that's nothing like your
didn't even know it
training?
was there.
I know, I know.
I
Racing and
ran
running are
I ran
different.
two of them, and I had the exact same time for both half marathons, and I was blown
That's
away by that.
crazy. Ah.
Yeah, look at that. So, how many
That's
marathons do you think you've done in total?
I don't know anymore, but I'm thinking like it's not that crazy a number. I just keep losing count.
Yeah.
I think I've done maybe 11, 9
Wow.
official ones. I've done 2 virtual ones because of the
Right.
pandemic.
So, what's the most memorable? Were you in Boston when the Boston bombing happened, Rosalind, or
No,
no?
no,
No.
that was the year before I went. Well, actually, I did the virtual Boston last year,
Okay.
and I would say that would be my most memorable. The reason is it was during the pandemic, and everything was just so shit. And so a bunch of us who were from the Lower East Side of Toronto sort of organized ourselves, and so I was running it with 12 friends, and and all of our like neighbors and friends and family came out and cheered us, and so that was like it was exciting because it was loops, but I got to see friends and family, and it was just so touching because all of the every single event had been canceled, and we sort of created our own event. This Boston was memorable too. Everyone was pretty excited to be there.
I bet.
I'm trying to think of well, my last Boston's actually a good story. I had to go. The reason I had to go back is because I messed up big time. Um, so my first Boston I did, and my brother. Do you remember my brother Joel?
Yep.
Yeah. So my brother came, my mom, my dad, my kids. It was my first Boston. They were excited. So it's expensive. I ended up sleeping in the same bed with my daughter, who was like 4 at the time, who was kicking me all night. And I always have 2 pints of beer before a night before the race. Like I know that doesn't sound like something a serious runner would do, but I find, yeah, there's B. I find
That's
that
awesome.
that was the Canadian 5K championships, one of those painful ones. I came third in that one for my age category.
Wow.
But those those 5Ks hurt. Yeah, so this is so silly. I don't know if you've ever taken lorazepam.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I
I
take
lived
it.
in Nicaragua.
I know.
Get it over the
I
counter.
take it to fly. I take it to fly because because it's anxiety. And so I had some in like I
You're
couldn't
the
sleep.
best.
I couldn't sleep, and I had 2 pints of beer, and I took this lorazepam. And I don't know like what like, I've taken it before. I don't know what happened, but I woke up the next morning, and I had like cotton mouth. Like it's like if you've ever taken Gravol and you wake up and you're kind of and I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I'm stoned and it's the morning of my race. I'm like so upset, right? So, and I trained and I was ready to run like a good time. Like I was hoping to at that time like run low, like maybe I think I was aiming for like 3:10 or something. I wasn't ready to break 3 hours yet, but
Yeah.
I was getting down there and I was really mad at myself. So I normally have 1 cup of coffee and an oatmeal before a race. So then I made it 2 cups of coffee, and then I fell asleep the whole way on the bus leading to the race. So like it's an hour bus ride. And when I got off, my friends were there and they said I was slurring my words. So I
Good
don't
for
know.
you.
Yeah, but it was just, I don't know what happened. I feel like it was the wrong medication that I took. But anyway, so the race was okay, but I counteracted it with more and more caffeine. Like they give you caffeinated goos. I was like kept taking more and more caffeine, and it was a sunny day and it was 21 degrees and I didn't wear sunscreen. Anyways, long story short, I passed out in the medics tent at the end. I crossed the finish line, ended up in a wheelchair, and I had a 2-hour nap. And I woke up and there were like all these sticky things, and they were mad at me. They were we couldn't even.
Must have been a great sleep though.
It wasn't, because I just remember waking up and I was like, whoa, like it was a dead sleep.
Yeah.
They couldn't find a vein to rehydrate me, and so the nurse gave me her phone, and I remember calling my parents at the hotel, who were freaked out because this is the year, not the year right after the bombings, but like people were,
Yeah.
My parents were like, how do you disappear from a finish line? And so I came home, and anyways, they made me promise I'd never run another marathon again, but I had my fingers crossed. So
Yeah, obviously.
I didn't mean it. So I wanted to come back to like redeem myself.
Redeem yourself.
Yeah.
So you go run this year. You came second for your age category, and that's huge, by the way. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a huge accomplishment.
We're getting older, Greg.
I know. Like, Jesus Christ. I just had my 48th birthday, and I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm almost on the back 9.
Well, you don't. You look the same to me. Like,
really? Oh, well, thanks. And you do too, by the way.
Well, I would recognize you.
Yeah, and you too. So, what is your best time for a marathon? Was it this Boston one you just did, or what is your record?
Actually, it was Hamilton. So, yeah, it's another good story, I guess.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, I'll tell you. So, I ran the Hamilton Marathon a few years ago, thinking. And this was a good lesson to me in being a cocky. I'd heard that Hamilton had this net downhill course, and I was like, I'm gonna kill it. Because I'm good at running downhill. And then I had one of these perfect training sessions. Like my whole season had gone perfectly, and so in my mind, I said, well, I had a perfect training season. I got a course with a downhill. I'm gonna do great. And I went in there thinking it was going to be easy, and it wasn't, and I just got mentally crushed. I mean, I did have a bit of a cold that week, but I think I just wasn't mentally prepared to do the work. And so I went back again in 2019 to redeem myself, and I actually was winning the race.
Wow.
I was winning the race right until the end, and this never happens in a marathon. So if you win the race, you win $800. But I ended up coming second. I got out-kicked in the finish line in a marathon.
No way.
Yeah.
Like that close.
Yeah, I watched like money, like $400. Yeah. But
wow.
So I was 2 years ago, so I was 44. The lady who was chasing me, I know who she is. Her name's Marie Colsett. She's a family friend. She's Reed's wife. The man he's American. She's trained by her husband, who's like an Olympian. She's lovely, and but I knew she was at least 16 years younger than me, and I knew that my 44-year-old legs were not going to outkick someone in their 20s.
Yeah. Well,
it's just not there anymore, right? So it was kind of like running to stand still, and I was like, she's totally coming, and she's totally going to pass me in front of all my friends and family.
And the bitch did too. How
she
dare
did, she? Yeah, she did. She was in Boston though. She was in Boston this time, and I did beat her this time. But,
nice. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Shakespeare.
So do you, it's maybe a silly question, but I've always wondered this. Do you train in different shoes when you're practicing, and then you save your special ones for the big race?
Of
Or
course, yeah.
You do?
We all do, yeah. Yeah, most people who race competitively do. Yeah, so I have my training shoes, which are Hoka's.
Yeah.
The Hoka's are great. I've had 2 foot surgeries. Yeah, nothing serious. Actually, it was more gross than serious. I had a cyst and a neuroma. Nothing like disgusting.
Yeah.
Not really running related. Maybe it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it infected my running. So I like a shoe with a good cushion, so I don't get up on my metatarsals on my toes.
Right.
And then I race in the Nike shoes that the next percents.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so how many times do you switch your racing shoes out? Like
Yeah.
one marathon, 2 marathons?
So I wear, I have a training shoe, I have a speed work shoe, and I have a racing shoe. So I always have three. Um, and I find it's really good for your feet muscles. It sounds really expensive, but it actually
Us
they
sitting here
last
going, I'd
longer. They last longer because you
rather buy a new
compared to
set of
other,
golf clubs.
yeah. Well, that's it. Like my husband's like, it's so expensive. I'm like, well, not really, not compared to other people's sports.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
although
Yeah.
like the Nikes can cost you like $400.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I
so
have
those
an
are.
amazing pair of running shoes. They are the Ghosts.
Yes,
And
I've heard of the Brooks Ghost.
yeah, the
Am I wrong?
Brooks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard there,
And
but I've never tried
it's
them.
like running on pillows. And they cost me $120 American. So what are we, $200, I guess, Canadian. And to me, that's a lot for a running shoe, but 48 now. So, the joints are a little
Right.
get sorer, but it honestly feels
Well,
like
and it's your therapy, Greg. So it's
yeah, but
also you're
I
paying
just
for your.
can't. How much better can a running shoe get? Because I like at 200, it literally feels like I'm just bouncing like Tigger on his tail.
I know. Well,
You know?
you might remember because I've been a runner a long time. So back in the 90s and early 2000s, the big thing was barefoot running. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So there was this whole trend, and it was sort of came from a book called Born to Run, which was really cool. And it was about following Mexican indigenous people and how they run in sandals, but they're also not running on pavement.
Yeah.
But anyways, there was a hell of a lot of kerfuffle about, oh, humans should be running barefoot. It's no more natural. And you would see those people on the pavement with their barefoot running shoes. Did you see them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was big in the CrossFit world.
yeah,
A lot of them were wearing those toe sandal shoey things that were
yeah.
literally there was
And it does
no.
build your strength. But what they discovered, yes, that's it. Oh, that's such a good book.
Is it? Wow.
Oh, it's amazing. It's an amazing book. But they talk about that this book started the barefoot running craze, and and then people got injured really badly. So it kind of went the other way around. So now when you see people racing, they're racing in like cushion.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
know.
my shoes. They're like
Yeah,
this
we're
thick.
back to the moon boots look.
So was it like a lot of Ethiopians ran barefoot? I mean, they couldn't. It was not even a joke. They couldn't afford shoes,
Yeah.
and they trained in high altitudes, and they were incredible runners. Still are to this day.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's
So I
arguments
mean,
on
does
both
it
sides, but I think
probably
running on pavement,
if it was something
you were born doing, maybe,
um
or
so
conditioned to do. I
yeah,
don't know.
I guess it probably more of a conditioning thing too, right? Because
All I know is a lot of people, city slickers, got injured running through cities in their bare feet,
I
and
love
they
it.
probably had really dirty feet,
Yeah, right. Filthy feet, gross.
filthy. Yeah.
So how much longer are you going to do this? Do you see yourself running for a long time still, just because you
I
love it,
hope
or
so. I hope
yeah?
so. I mean, it's kind of a fountain of youth, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. You ran 44 goddamn kilometers one day at the age
Yeah,
of, not to sell your age down
44.
the river,
Yeah,
but
I did 45 this summer too. I didn't take a picture. I try and run my birthday. I don't know.
that is nuts. Like, do you listen to tunes when you run, Ross?
I didn't used to. Actually, you got me talking now. My mom never let me listen to tunes because you would remember when back in the 90s when I used to run, Paul Bernardo was running around getting
Right.
girls my age.
I
And
remember that
so
motherfucker.
yeah, and do you remember Nina de Villiers,
Yep.
the runner who got shot from Hillfield? Yeah. So my mom told me to never run with music, and I was never allowed to because I always had to be aware of what was going on around me. And it
Right.
wasn't until the pandemic that I actually put in music.
Wow.
All the years of feeling that maybe someone might try and get me.
So,
But the thing that's so stupid about that is I could probably outrun them. And
yeah, well,
also,
that and
I
maybe
know,
one earphone, maybe, so you
I
could
don't know.
have some. Listen. Running for me, like I said, is a love-hate relationship. The fact that I wouldn't be able to run 4 feet without having some distraction up in between this empty space in
Well, it
between my
was
two ears.
meditative for me, but I will tell you now that I have music, I freaking love it. Oh my gosh! And sometimes I listen to comedy podcasts.
I-
That
that
is some
gets you going,
funny.
yeah.
That will, yeah, like, but it is
Who's your
hard.
fave?
Well, I like Smartless, and actually Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
I'm very immature.
Oh, me
But like
too.
I've had some runs where I'm like laughing. I'm like, I can't even run. And I'm like, okay, this is not, I can't listen to this when I'm running. I can't remember who
Wow.
it was. I think it was a Tina Fey interview. Oh no, it was Sarah Silverman. Oh my
Oh,
God.
she's a pisser,
Yeah, so
isn't she?
I
Oh,
couldn't run. But yeah, I listen to music. Lots of
I,
Public Enemy. I
I
like
can't.
Public Enemy.
Yeah, so
Classic
hard.
old stuff.
I
Because I'm
can't believe
old.
you ran all those years without music, Ross.
I know because I felt my mother
Did
made
it
me
take a long
scared.
time for you to figure out how to run and shut the world off and just be Rosalind and think of nothing but the feet hitting the pavement kind of deal?
Yeah, well, I go into a meditative state. If you ask me what I was thinking about, I'm not sure. I might have, I don't know.
Maybe
I
that's why you can run a half man.
well
I'm
sometimes
ADHD out the ass. I would
yeah,
simply not be able to run a full marathon. Physically, yeah. I know I could do it physically.
yeah,
Mentally,
mentally,
I have
yeah.
fucking no desire.
I think I have like I laugh. I have a lot of fantasy sequences that I play out in my head, like my fantasy party. If I were to throw a party, or what would somebody's theme song be? Like they're really stupid, and then I come back. I'm like, well, that was a lot of empty thinking, but I'm completely relaxed after. And Pat, well, my husband Pat, my husband went to our high school too. Do you remember
Oh,
Pat?
I know. I was going to ask you. It was on. It's in my notes. I think I
Yeah.
played high school football with Pat for
Yes,
like
you
2 years.
did.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
I
you
remember
did.
Pat Martin. And it's so you guys have been. Were you? I no, and pardon me, but I smoked a lot of weed since high
That's
school.
okay.
Were you and Pat together in high school or no?
No, I dated his best
Okay, I was
friend.
right.
I dated Jed. Do you remember his friend Jed Nistenson?
Yeah, of course.
I dated Jed, and but I wanted Pat. And so actually, this is funny. I broke up with Jed,
Poor
and over the
Jed.
summer, I thought, well, I'm going to make my move, and I went to Camp Wanakita with Toma
Know it well.
Grady and
Aaron
um,
Schweitzer is up at
yes, yes,
Wanakita. Yeah,
yes, yes. I'm trying to think of people you would know
and she
were
was a
there.
big runner too.
Yes. And I remember being in the cabin and getting was a girl from Hillfield who went to school with Joanna Selawanik. Do you remember her?
I do.
Yep. So she wrote a letter to Summer saying that she got with Pat over the summer. And I was like, what? That was going to be my move when I came back in September. And I don't know if you remember, they stayed together forever. He was with her like for the rest of high school.
Yes, he was.
And then I had a boyfriend in university, but we remained friends, like flirted for about 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but we've been together a really long time. We got together in 2000.
Nice. Well, tell
Yeah.
him I said hi, please.
I will.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since high school too would have been the last time. But yeah, I fully had memories when I was going through some pictures and stuff. And it's funny because you can't call it creeping when you're a professional broadcaster. But I was looking through your stuff today, and I saw your lovely wedding photos and some other. Well, then you broke your hand too running through the trails one day. It's a pretty dangerous sport out there. And who knew that you could end up like this one day?
Yeah.
Well, running.
Actually, well, you'll laugh. I tripped the night before the marathon. Just like I fall a lot. I don't know what that is. But my knee, like if I were to shoot, my knee's covered in scars, and I have like scar here from this summer. I rolled. I guess some like
you must really get lost in your thoughts while you're running. Missy.
Exactly. I get lost in my thoughts, and sometimes I'm going at a quick clip, and if I catch something, I just go flying. But we went out for dinner the night before the race, and I always figure, if I'm going to a race in a different country, I want to see as much as the city as I can. And like some people say, oh, you got to rest. But no, we walked the shit out of Boston. Like I loved walking all around Boston. And so after our dinner, I was like, let's walk home. It's so beautiful. And anyways, the pavement was a little bit uneven, and I took a huge wipeout and I ripped my pants and I bled through my jeans. My only pants. I know. And my husband was there, and my niece was there. She's like, oh my God, like, did you just like sprain your ankle the night before the race? And I'm like, no, I'm up, I'm fine. But wait, I don't know if you can see my knee. Okay. Oh no, you're gonna see my pajamas.
Oh, we too late.
You
We
can't
saw
even
them.
see. Like,
Looks like
okay, you
Halloween
can't really see.
pajamas.
I know, but it was I always have like cuts on my knees from tripping and stuff. But I've always I don't know if you remember, I fall a lot. So
Yeah. So did your kids take after you in the running there, Mom, or what?
yeah, well, my son is a really really good runner.
Okay.
He has a stomach problem when he races, so he's pretty intense. So he barfs every time.
Oh shit.
So that takes away from the fun, I guess.
I guess.
My daughter hates it. So.
Damn.
And running's not one of those things you can force on people.
No, it certainly
There you are.
There's that's me crossing
Yeah.
the finish line.
Yeah.
That's Mississauga right there. Yeah.
Look at your leg. You're all taped up.
Yeah, I had knee
Robo
surgery. And
Oh,
I
geez.
tried this tape stuff because I was having wicked shin splints too. And so I tried this tape and it actually worked very well.
Tape is great. And actually I have a good tape recommendation too. I have this new tape that I tried. It's called Healy tape. But it has like healing properties like magnesium that seeps into your muscles. So you can tape yourself and anyways, I love it. It's called Healy tape. I use that when I fall.
Yeah, well, I was very serious about running for about I'd say 2 years. And that I really did find the tape helped a lot, especially with the shin splints. And then new shoes all the time rotating out helped a lot. And I really did enjoy it. I was back into it. I was about 7 weeks in of running every single day. Good. 5K again here on the road.
That's called streaking, by the way. That's what the runner nerds call it.
Is it?
Yeah, if you run every day, it's called you're a streaker.
Well, I was, and because it's addictive, like you said, when you're back into it. But it took, okay, we'll go, and it started with, because I was a fat fuck for a bit. I was like 199 pounds, the heaviest I'd ever been.
How could you be that?
I was, and well, just living on the bus on the road and eating like crazy and not having anybody to cook you super healthy meals all the time. I just got and before I came on this trip, I had a broken foot for a year. It was a spiral fracture that kept fracturing. And then that led into COVID, and I just went, and it just kept growing, and not so much my belly mostly. And I like to drink. I'm an alcoholic. I'm Greg. And so that doesn't help either with you don't get the alcohol belly.
I know I like to drink too, but that's why I run so that I can drink, right? And also so that I won't.
I'm gonna tell myself that for now on. So if I run every day, I can have like maybe half a bottle of wine. No, I am really trying to quit, and I'm doing super well. I've attended a couple AA meetings and stuff. There was me. That's my half marathon at the Mississauga. That's my tag. My boy. Glassy's on it tonight. He's creeping my Facebook hard right now is what he's doing. But yeah, running's a different monster. I was saying I got back into it, and then I got the COVID shot, the vaccine, and put me on my ass for 6 weeks. Right when I was in the heart of, I was down to 190, 88 pounds. And then I whammo, no more running, no more gym every day. And 6 weeks on my ass on this bus. I've heard that
some people had that. Oh.
Yeah.
The COVID shot was so weird. Some people.
Yeah.
Like my husband and I, all we had were headaches, but I didn't have anything else.
I had
both times we got the COVID shot, we had drinks to celebrate. We were like, was it the drinks or the COVID shot? We'll never know.
Yeah, right.
We did it with both times.
Well, at least that's all you had. I had 6
months. I know. I heard. Oh, you poor thing.
6 weeks of agonizing pain.
Boys?
There's my boys when they were younger. Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Yeah, they're men now. The oldest on the right lives in LA. And the youngest is on his way out here pretty soon too. And they both have aspirations to live here. They're both one's a professional magician, and they're both professional singers as well.
Oh, wow.
So they're doing really well.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
and you have a brother too who went to high school too. Oh, hi, Carrie.
I have 2 brothers. We'll leave that conversation at that.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. So, anyways, listen, I really can't thank you enough for joining me. It's been a lot of fun talking. And I don't mean to boot you off just because you brought my brothers up.
Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I hope I didn't. Oh,
no, it's all good. But I don't want to keep you all night. Pat's probably like, that's enough talking to Bondzee. Let's go. Kids are waiting for B's like, Mom, it's my birthday tomorrow. Like, come on.
I know. I do have to wrap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
well,
sure.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was nice. It's always nice to reconnect with someone from the past and to see what you do. I can't believe you do this. I see you think kindergarten's hard. I think being live on TV is hard, or not TV, just being live and being on camera.
Well, yeah, it's funny. So I'm a voice actor. I've done thousands of YouTube channel voice videos for clients around the world. And I'm also on the network, the Dean Blundell Network, full time. I'm a blogger, and I'm co-host on his crazy show once, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. And
Fun.
yeah, I listened to him growing up as a kid and a
I'll
teenager
have
and
to
stuff.
tune in.
Adult, and
Maybe I
now
can listen to this while I'm running.
you really should buckle up. Yeah, there's the whole cast of characters.
Oh my gosh,
It's a blast on there. It is not a show for my parents. I warn them not to listen or watch to that one. But it's a lot of fun and a lot of laughs. So yeah, go check it out. We're on there every day, 3 p.m. And I'm on every Wednesday, and then sometimes Monday or Thursday or Friday. You just never know with Dean. So yeah, go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
I will. Well, have a great night. I guess you have a game to watch.
I think it's over. Glassy's probably know better than me. My feed cacked out here on my other computer, so it's tough getting good signal sometime here. I'm out in the desert in California, so it's not always the best of signal sometimes. So, but listen, once again, Rosalind, I can't thank you enough for joining me. It has been amazing catching up. There's been a lot of people that have tuned in on Facebook and my YouTube channel, Tripping with Bondzee, where it's been cool that we've all come together and kind of just had this fun chat, and people have listened and chimed in.
Well, thanks, Craig. Bye, everyone.
Keep running.
I will.
And stay safe. And no more falling down out there.
I'll try.
Feet.
Okay. Bye.
Good luck in that kindergarten class. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Wow. I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine running 44 kilometers in one go. It'd take me 2 weeks. And teaching kindergarten on a regular basis. And I do it for a day, maybe for shits and giggles. Full-time job. I'd rather go to San Quentin for a couple of weeks. I would. I am terrified of snakes. I probably, this might be a stretch. And careful what you wish for, Bondzee. Might even have it like, and maybe if somebody threw a snake at me for a minute, I'd take that over teaching kindergarten. Anyways, she's fun. She's around the Boston Marathon. What have you done? The Thanksgiving weekend, y'all filled your pie holes with pie and turkey and copious amounts of alcohol. She ran the Boston Marathon. Had 2 pints of beer the night before. And ran a marathon. You did not. Nor did I. So fuck you. Gregory Scott, I'm watching right now, and I thought that was a really good interview with that Rosalind, that girl that you went to high school with, and then you got to go and bloody ruin it by swearing. Gregory Scott, I didn't raise you like that. Oh, Mom, don't cry. Oh, well, I'm sick and tired of it. You've got so much talent. Do I? It's just Adderall, Mom. No, I'm just kidding. I've never, honestly, true story, I don't think I've ever taken Adderall in my life. I think maybe once somebody slipped me a half Adderall with it. I didn't know what it was. But no, this is just me. It's just Bondzee. What you see is what you get. Good Lord. 2-1 overtime win for the Leafs, I assume. I don't know. Leafs are officially eliminated. Somebody just said 2-1. Carrie Sellis says Roz is awesome. Her and Ted run. Yeah, they sure do. That was fun. She's a pisser. I haven't talked to her since high school. There was no pre-ramble for the show. There's no nothing. That is legit the first time I talked to her since high school. And it felt like we were at a party. The only thing that was missing was the both of us shit-faced. and her husband, now is her husband. But it was a good dude. I remember playing football with him. Totally. And that's so cool that she knew that I did. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought it was fun. Let's get to some videos before I get the hell out of here. What are we at? We're at an hour. We got 5 minutes left and I'm done because we're trying to keep it an hour and 5. So let's go. Glassy, it's up to you. Play whatever. This is priceless. How smart are dogs or what? He's like, man, I want that bone. It's not my bone, but he's sleeping. And maybe if I do this right, I can get it. He won't even notice. He almost dragged it around. He almost got caught there. If he was smart, he would have pushed it out and over. But look at this. Oh. Pulls it off. It's awesome. Like Wayne Gretzky said, hey, you'll miss 100% of the shots you never take. Mofo wanted that bone. Mofo tried to get it. And guess what? He got it. Kudos to him. Hope it was delicious, too. What else you got? This is funny. This man has a wife that is such a bitch and is constantly complaining about the view. There's never a good view. I wish the house was painted that way. Wish the house was that way.
Onda u prizemlju, pa zahtjeva koliko hoćeš i tako da je to meni dosadlo. Sad ću ja napraviti kuću pa ti koja se okreće, pa okreći kako hoćeš, pa i ulaz kuće i on ide okolo, pa ako vidiš da idu neželjeni gosti, okreni kuću na drugu stranu, valjda će se ljudi vratiti kad vidi.
You don't want guessing? Crank the speed up. Go for a ride on the tilt-a-whirl house.
Sam sve sam napravio.
Or if your wife comes home and you know you fucked up.
Svaki dan, pomalo I meni se ne žuri nigdje.
I love that man. I love that man. The only thing is, he must really love his wife. She must give really good blowjobs because to put up with that, like she must have nagged and bitched and moaned and nag some more. Motherfucker built a rotating house to shut her ass up. You imagine being married to that? You don't like the view, bitch? Go find another one. Bye. Fucker built her a rotating house. I just don't understand. Good on him, I guess. Like, there's something. She must, like, she's got to hum like a champion. Puts out every day. I don't know. He's old. I don't know what this day is, but guy trumped her and built her a rotating house. He probably, yeah. Cuban say, yeah, probably. It's the only thing I can think of. Because what else? What else could it be? Because you could just leave. That couldn't have been cheap, right? Could have left. Maybe give her the house that doesn't spin and has a shitty view, according to Karen, his wife. Hey, here's a view, bitch. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm going to find a new view that doesn't involve you and your fucking constant nagging. Anyways, good on the guy. Stayed for a reason to build a rotating house. It's pretty cool. Never seen that. Next. Yeah, Vegas knows what they're doing. I mean, it's Vegas. I wouldn't expect anything less, but they get it right. It's entertainment, folks. You pay for not only a good hockey game, but I think that's shit they do. The Carolina Panthers, the NFL, pulled off one of the coolest home opener things I've ever seen in my entire life with that 3D Panther ripping through the stadium and stuff. Vegas gets it right, too. That was a pretty cool opening. And welcome to the NHL, Kraken.
And that was a great game. Did you watch that?
I did not.
Oh, man, just something about Seattle being, I mean, from Vancouver here, it's nice as a Canucks fan to have something up in the Pacific Northwest. Like,
just.
Oh, by the way, there you go. Come on, Wade. Come on. We're winning tonight. Yeah. We're winning tonight, Wade.
Buddy, you have the worst team in the NHL almost.
Oh,
I told you we're not even going to waste a second. I say I've turned them off because told them this is the team right here that matters. Nobody gives a shit about the Vancouver Canucks. They suck. They've sucked for a long time. Listen, I know my year's going to end the same way as it always does. Yeah, nice try. It is going to end in heartbreak. Toronto Maple Leafs, we're going to make the playoffs. Got a great team. Might even win around this time. But guess what? There it is. I love this sign. I'm still ready to get butt hurt too. We're going to get hurt again. It hurts. No lube, sandpaper finish every single season with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It is what it is. But for 7 months, sure is fun. And especially when we beat the Montreal Canadiens. I still don't know if we won tonight or not. Somebody put up 2-1 in overtime, but I don't know who won.
You won 2-1 in regulation. You won 2-1 in regulation.
Oh, all right. So somebody. Okay, cool.
So you want to get into trouble on Facebook with this OV commercial?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Let's roll it.
Top NHL plays from
Hey, Alex, why is Backstrom on your life insurance policy?
We're a duo.
A duo?
Yeah, if something happened to me, who is Becky going past the puck to? His power play points might drop. How he will get his assist? What then?
Yeah, what then?
And why is he always here for breakfast?
Why? Why is he always here for breakfast? Okay,
and cue copyright. Go ahead.
I don't care. For some reason, I don't know what we showed last time on Facebook, last show, but I got copyrighted. Facebook slapped my pee-pee and said, and I couldn't. It says somebody has claimed rights to your show for that episode, and I don't know if it was because we never showed clips of any of the horror movies.
Nope. Just that one trailer. Just that one trailer that we showed.
Yeah, Halloween when I got in trouble before, but last episode they claimed it, so I deleted it. that show doesn't exist anymore because I don't even know who tried to copyright it. They wouldn't even say who it was that was trying to claim my show, so I deleted it. So fuck them.
I don't get it either because if it's on YouTube, technically it's out public. It's public domain, and I don't get that, right? Like
I don't either.
Every year,
there's a law called the Fair Play Law, and I used to post it on the show. I don't anymore because I'm on YouTube more heavy now. They are more stricter than Facebook. So I thought, but it's funny because the last 2 times I got in trouble has been from Zuckerberg fuckface and not YouTube. So anyways, I don't care if we get in trouble for showing that. We got to show it one more time. But before you do, because it's so funny, how awesome is Ovechkin, by the way? The guy just drips cool. He's an amazing hockey player. For the longest time, I didn't want him when it came on the radar that he could potentially beat Wayne Gretzky in the scoring title, which Ovi's not quitting the NHL until he does.
No, he just signed a 5-year deal too.
Yeah, and I was upset at first. I'm like, no, I don't want Ovi. I don't want Ovi winning. Wayne's our guy. I grew up, 25 minutes away from his house. I was pals with Walter. But you know what? I want Ovi to beat him. And you know what is even better about that statement? Wayne wants Ovi to beat him. He does.
Capitals are up 5-1 on the Rangers currently.
Wow. Ovi got any goals?
I can find that out.
Producer, are you, bud?
I will find out. Let's play this video again.
top NHL plays from
Hey, Alex, why is Backstrom on your life insurance policy?
We're a duo.
A duo?
Yeah, if something happened to me, who is Becky going past the puck to? His power play points might drop. How he will get his assist?
How he
What
get his
then?
assist?
Yeah, what then?
Yeah. And why is he always here for breakfast?
And why is he always here for breakfast?
Which,
2
listen,
goals, 1
I don't know
assist.
about. Sorry, go ahead.
2 goals, 1 assist tonight.
Wow, good old Ovi.
Yep.
Um,
Look at me go. Look at you. Don't even pay me, and I just find this stuff out.
Yeah, dude, you killed it tonight with the Rods interview and bringing up some cool old photos. Good on you. But I have to question the thought process and the last line of that commercial.
Always here for breakfast.
Why is he always here for breakfast? Now, I thought it was funny. I've seen the commercial 50 times because I get a kick out of Ovi. And Buddy slurping the bowl of cereal is hilarious. And the look on the wife's face is hilarious.
Won't you ever leave?
But the comment of why is he always here for breakfast could be misconstrued. Are you following me here for a second?
Mm-hmm.
It is a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, we all have that one friend.
You could have said a million other lines that wouldn't have taken me down that rabbit hole of questioning why you would say, why is he always here for breakfast? What are you insinuating? Like those two are having a fuck fest, every night. Ovi sneaks out of his wife's bedroom and has a sleepover with Baxter. Like what is
would that be second wife? My neighbor says that her husband is like my second husband. Yeah, my second wife. Yeah,
I'm just curious.
Pretty weird.
It struck me as odd to finish the commercial with that line.
How about this one? Yeah, William Shatner going to space today.
What a great way to end the show.
90 years old, going to space in a penis. There you go.
Yep.
Do you want to show
and away?
You want to show the video when he comes back?
Yep. Let's play.
Okay, let's do it right now.
Everybody in the world needs to do this. Everybody in the world needs to see it was unbelievable. I mean, and it's so thin, and you're through it in an instant. It's how thick is it? We know.
The atmosphere.
Is it a mile? 2 miles?
I mean, it depends on how you measure because it thins out, but maybe 50 miles.
But you're going 2,000 miles an hour, so you're through 50 miles. Whatever the mathematics
fast.
are.
Yeah, really
it's like a beat, and suddenly you're through the blue, and you're into black, and you're into, it's mysterious and galaxies and things, but what you see is black, and what you see down there is light, and that's the difference. And not to have this, you have done something. I mean, whatever those other guys are doing, what isn't, I don't know about that. What you have given me is the most profound experience.
Penis rocket. So
that was cool.
Old Shatner went up to, I guess he touched outer space with the tip of his penis rocket. I don't know. Dude, like what else do you call it? It is literally a flying cock through the air. Cool, anyways, good on Shatner. I guess I'm not a huge Shatner fan.
90 years old,
never seen Star Trek in my life, so it was sentimental to so many people today to see Captain Kirk up in space for real. I can tell you who the happiest motherfucker is today that they landed back down safely on planet Earth. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Bezos.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because if he sent Captain Kirk into space and never brought him back and killed the old bastard, he would never ever be remembered as the guy who built Amazon or even a penis rocket ship or anything like that. He'd be known as the dude that killed Shatner in a penis rocket.
That's amazing.
Nobody wants to die and be known as that guy who killed Shatner.
No.
And that would be his legacy is, oh, shit, I killed Shatner in my penis rocket. That'd be bad.
Thanks for watching, Sharon. Right on.
Sharon
Kelly
says, love your show. Thanks.
I didn't get anything on Twitter. Sorry about that. Throw it in my inbox maybe for next time. At Sean G all on Twitter.
Gwen says it does look like a flying dick. It does. Like, I mean, I'm not even trying to be funny. You can't make the shit up. It literally looks like a flying penis.
The big head on it too. There, Jesus.
Big old head on it. And so, is that my boy Bezos making up for the fact that he has a tiny little peepees, or where are we at here? I just don't quite know.
He's got more money than God, so I mean,
he sure does.
God's always broke because he needs money every Sunday. With that, I'm out. Rock on. Thanks for watching.
Fucking shitty jerseys wearing too. Got to be pretty desperate to wear a Vancouver's Canucks jersey these days. Just saying. Leafs 1-0. What a great way to start the season. And I know. Say it until I'm blue in the face. Leafs are the best. Leafs are great. Rah, sis, boom, bah, Toronto Maple Leafs. We're still going to probably not win the cup. Another year of heartache. Another year of pain. Another year of waiting. Another year of saying, maybe next year. That's it. That's all. I hope you enjoyed Bondzee Live tonight on Tripping with Bondzee on YouTube. And if you're for some godforsaken reason and you're watching on Facebook, please stop. Please. My manager he gets so upset with me. Bondzee, I don't understand why you keep putting the show on Facebook. I tell you time and time again, don't put it on Facebook. Make them go and watch you on YouTube. It's the first time I've done an impression of my manager, Jason. Bondzee, please stop putting the show on Facebook. It's a waste of time. Make them go and watch you on YouTube. That's where you get the views. That's where it turns into money, monetization. I know! But the motherfuckers don't do it. They're lazy. Jason, as I tell him till I'm blue in the face, he doesn't listen to me. He keeps yelling at me. Just make them do it. I try to force them to do it. They don't do it. You don't do it. If you're not doing it, stop. Just go. It's free to subscribe. What a way to end the show. One of the all jokes aside, please let the pain stop of manager Jason yelling at me. I keep putting the show on Facebook because you motherfuckers are lazy, but in hopes that I'll keep telling you, and maybe one day you'll get it and go watch me on YouTube on Tripping with Bondzee. It's free. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment. It helps. There it is. It's so easy. It's real easy. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Hump Day. It's Bondzee Live. Tripping with Bondzee. YouTube. Please go watch there. Steam Blundell Network as well. Thanks for watching there. You guys are the best. Hope you enjoyed all of my shenanigans today on Dean's show. This show. Still trying to decide whether to go see the Stones and the Glorious Sons on Sunday. Press passes failed. They said nope. It's okay. They said down the road. So that's promising. We'll see what happens. Hope you enjoyed the show. Do I see 82-year-old Mick and pay a couple $100 from 1,000 feet away and watch on a big screen most of the show anyway? Or stay home and watch football and polish my demo tape and get an agent in LA? I think I know the answer. I love the Suns. I love the Stones. But YouTube's a beautiful thing. I love you. Great job by Glassy tonight. Rosalind Smye is a champion. Keep running, girl. Stay safe out there and stay on those 2 feet. Thanks, everybody, for watching. It's Bondzee Live. Peace and love. Bye. Bondzee Live. Bondzee YouTube.